जापानीज में उसको बोलते हैं इकेगाई. So while a lot of you may have taken up management as a course because your parents told you to, maybe somebody you got inspired by asked you to, or maybe because you were meant to do it. I don't know what the reason is. But I think to really understand कि आपकी humanity, आपकी authenticity is actually centered in recognizing your true essence. So ये कुछ concepts हैं धर्मा स्वधर्मा बहुत misunderstood है. I don't think I have that kind of time to talk about it, but I will just say this, that if you can listen into what your natural calling is, which is to do with ikigai, which is to do with swadharma, and if you can try to be centered in that and express yourself in that, that can be your solid anchor during these tumultuous times. I mean, doing whatever you're doing. So I'm not saying you need to, start looking for a different kind of education or profession or whatever. But within that, you can try and catch on to your true calling. And if you can do that, that can be your true anchor to help you. And because things are going to change, and after a point in time, that change is going to be permanent. When that time is going to be, I don't know. I don't think anybody does. There are too many forces at play. I think that's all I wanted to say.
Thank you so much, sir. I guess that got us thinking. And if you have to remain human, you have to remember one very important thing. As sir said, find your own ikigai, find your purpose, find your why. Why am I doing something? Because that is not something AI can do. So we may be entering into a world which would be defined by for humans, made by humans. There would be probably labels on a report saying this was made without using a chat GPT. There will be a social media which will say this does not have artificial intelligence. We don't know what we are coming to. But as long as we know why we are here, why we are doing what we are doing, I guess we will continue to be human, we will continue to thrive. Thank you so much, sir, for this very nice talk. May I next have Mr. Shivaram to come and share his thoughts on the topic.
Hello, everyone. So, before I start, I want to ask you a few questions, okay? First thing is, I want to know among you, how many of you think AGI is going to happen? Okay, for everyone, AGI is Artificial General Intelligence. That is AI knowing everything and becoming smarter than everyone combined, entire humanity combined and so on. Raise your hands if you think AI can become smarter than everyone combined. Okay, so there are around probably 20% of the people who think that. So there is also a concept of singularity, where after that, entire humanity is going to change, entire world is going to change. That is, AI is going to explode. Today, AI is growing at the rate, exponential rate. Okay, so I've been in the field of AI for last 20 years, and I've been predicting what's going to happen in the next 2 years, 1 year, and so on. I've been accurate, but after 2021, I lost, all my predictions were wrong. So I was thinking something which I thought will happen in 10 years happened in 2 years, and so on. So everything started happening very fast. Okay? So people are thinking that this trend is going to continue and there will be singularity. Singularity is a concept in black hole. In black hole, you have this concept of singularity where anything which enters doesn't come out. Similarly, people think once we enter that area of intelligence singularity, nothing comes out. Okay. And then there is also a huge amount of fear of job loss. How many of you are afraid of your career because of AI? Can you please raise your hands? Very few. Okay. Yeah. Maybe you don't want to admit to the fear. Um, and then finally, last question. How many of you believe in God? Wow. Lot more. Very good. So, so let me start explaining. So, this topic is an amazing topic. How to be human when all of this AI, like, I would call it nonsense, is happening, right? How to be human. Because there was a time where I used to spend a lot of time thinking about a particular concept, understanding and coming out with my own ideas to do something. Now, first thing I do is I ask AI, then I modify those things. Okay? And when this is happening to me, when I've been in this industry for a long time, I can understand what you guys are going through. So let me tell a bit about myself. So in 2015, I was working in a company called Society Generale. Okay, so it's an investment bank where we were like I was pushing AI into every field back then. And what I saw was there was this deep learning which had come 3 years back. So this is 2015. So deep learning came in 2012, 13, right? So it was something really revolutionary because until then things were very slow. We used to call it machine learning, okay, before 2012. After 2012, we started calling it deep learning because any problem you throw at it, all you need to do, you don't have to understand the problem. All you need to do is give more data and give more computation power, and it learns. The AI learns automatically. Okay. So I caught hold of the CXO level person, and I told her that things are going to change in the next 10 years. There is going to be a drastic change in the employment industry and so on. Okay. We used to call it as RPA back then. Okay. So when I told that, she said, make a presentation and give it to me. I remember I had created a presentation where I predicted that after 10 years, there is going to be a huge dip in the number of jobs which will be available because of automation. And after 5 years after that, the number of jobs is going to increase. Okay? Because people are going to figure out new ways of doing things around AI. Okay? And seems like that is what is happening. But now what I feel is that dip is not going to be there for 5 years. Instead, it would be smaller. Okay, it would be probably 3 years. That means there will be a lot of job losses which are going to happen in the next few years. Okay, let me explain why. Okay, so I will talk about a project which we did last year. Okay, this was for a huge insurance company which gets thousands of emails per day. Okay, and to process those emails, that is read those emails and send it to the right teams. They have like 160 teams, 170 teams which are reading those, which are giving feedback to those emails, right? We built a AI system using Gen AI. Okay, before that they had built a AI system using machine learning, whatever, and that had an accuracy of around 25-26%. And the one what we built had accuracy of 96%, could read an email in 3 seconds, and we can process 20 such emails at once. Okay? And this solution effectively bought the cost, like we were just estimating the lowest possible cost. Okay? The cost of processing those emails, which is probably $500,000 if humans were to do, to around $2,000 to $3,000. Okay, where is $500,000 and where is $2,000? Right, that is the kind of change which is happening, and since that is happening, people are like in mass. All the organizations are implementing AI, and if you think job losses will not happen, you're wrong. It will happen, and I feel, based on my experience, I feel it's a short-term thing because there will be a lot more jobs which will be created. Now it depends on people, entrepreneurs or people who are smart to come out with new kinds of job opportunities. And it also depends on you. If you can become an entrepreneur and come out with new ideas based on which you can create jobs instead of, you know, the jobs which are losing, we need to compensate it. And the responsibility is on us. How to use AI to generate jobs. Okay. So let me also tell you one more good thing which is there in this mix. Everyone is predicting singularity and artificial general intelligence and so on. I believe we are going to hit one more winter, AI winter. What is AI winter? In the past, people thought AI is going to take over in the, this kind of feeling what we have right now had happened in the past. Once in 1960s, another in 1980s. Okay, but that didn't come true. So that is called AI winter. And I strongly believe there is a new winter which is going to come. And for me, the reason for me to believe that is there are two things. One, the entire data which is needed to, AI needs data for training. Better quality data, larger amount of data, more it learns, right? Already the most of the models have consumed all the possible data which is available. There is no data which they have left. They have even stolen data from various sources and they have used it. Now they are using artificial data. They are generating data and using it. So generated data will always have problem. It will not have more. So we call in our technical terms, the dimensionality is reduced. Like it is not creative enough. The new